Good morning, students, and welcome back to the online learning platform of Kanodia PG Mahila Mahavidyalaya. Our topic for today is data warehousing. What is a data warehouse? Like the warehouse, a normal warehouse is a place where things are kept and stored. So if we talk about data warehouse, it is a place where the data is stored. A single, complete and consistent store of data which is obtained from a variety of different sources made available to end users in a way that they can understand the data and also use it for business purposes. You will understand about the data warehouse more with the coming slides. Data warehouse in short would mean a place where the data is stored in a manner that it can be used for a purpose. That purpose can be related to business clients, business profitability, etc. In the figure here, you can see that these are some of the questions that a producer needs an answer for. A producer wants to know who are the customers giving highest margins to the business, what all products are the products which are mostly preferred by the customers, what impact are those products having on the revenue and margins of the business, and what all are the promotional strategies that can be used in the business to motivate the customers to buy more from the company. And there can be n number of questions like this which the producer or a manager might want to know about his customers, about its market value, about its revenue, about its distribution channels. It may be regarding anything related to the business or the customers. For all these questions to be answered, you need to have a data for the same. This figure shows you that there is a lot of data kept here on the table. Data everywhere. But what does a user want to know or a producer wants to know? He cannot find the data from a pile of registers or a pile of data that you can see here in the figure. The data has to be organized. It has to be accessible in a way which is user friendly. The user should be able to extract the data which is needed by him in an easy manner, which is accessible by the user, which is user friendly, and he should be able to access exactly the same data that he is looking for, which is not possible if this data is not arranged or organized. So how does data warehousing helps in the same? Data warehousing is a process which will transform all this data, this raw data, into meaningful information. This information will be available to all its users in a manner that will be understood by the user, and hence, according to Forrester research, they have defined the data warehousing as a process of transforming data into information and making it available to users in a timely enough manner to make a difference. So data warehousing is a process wherein you convert your data. It is a database that collects the business transactions and the customer data at a single location. For what use? For offline analysis that can be done by marketeers, by CEOs, by managers, so that they can come to know, or they can analyze the information or the data of their company. They can know about the transactions that have taken place regarding the business. They can know the in-house inventory, what is the inventory level, the stock level. They can check all the clients' information. They can check the products bought by the consumers or the clients. They can know the competitors' value, etc. Anything that you can think of will be accessible through this data, which is maintained by the companies. So data warehousing is actually helping them to have easy access to all the operations of the business, as well as to the clients or the customers, or the logistics, or the retailers, the suppliers, the distributors, whosoever is connected with the business. The data warehousing process would help the business to have an easy communication and easy access to the data of those people. A data warehouse is a subject-oriented, integrated, time-varying, non-volatile collection of data that is used primarily in organizational decision making. Now we will take all these features of data warehouse one by one. All these four things that you can see here: subject oriented, integrity, time variance and non-volatility, are all features of a data warehouse. Now subject oriented here means that the data warehousing process would categorize the data according to the subject. For example, if you talk about insurance company, the data warehousing would organize the data on the premium paid by the customers. This is one way how they can organize their data basis on the premium which is paid by their customers, and also the respondent or the correspondent claim that will be given to the customers according to the policies they have bought. So subject here becomes your premium and your claim amount. So data warehousing is helping you to categorize your data according to the subject. This subject can be anything regarding or according to the company for which the data warehouse is being maintained. Then we have integrity. Integrity means you are coding the data. Integrated means you have you can, when there is a collection of data, you can give your codes to the data so that the data can be present in more than one applications. Like if we have a data maintained for males and females both, we can give them codes like 0 for male and 1 for females. So this coding can be done. The integrity means you are integrating a variety of data together, but you are giving them codes so that they are easily accessible by the users. So in my case, if we want to use only the male data, if we are doing a research on only the male consumers, we can search for the code 0 because we have given 0 code to the male customers. Then we have time varying or time variant, which means data warehouse will store your old data which is not updated. It may be older than 8 to 10 years, but still the data will be present in your data warehouse, and a person can see or analyze the trend that is taking place from the past 5-10 years, and they can see how much the company has grown in the last few years by seeing the back trends, the historical trends, and they can also forecast on the basis of the historical trends. So that means here data warehouse has a feature of saving your older data also. And then non-volatility. Non-volatility means once you upload the data in the warehouse, it is not updated or changed, but only loaded and accessed. That means the data that you have entered once into your data warehouse, it will never go away, it will never vanish, it will never be volatile. It will always be present in your system, and you can load and access your data anytime you want. And all these features of data warehouse are helpful in the organizational decision making, because people or the company, they may use this data to forecast their the earnings of the coming months or coming years. They can plan according to the data which is present in the data warehouse. They can have the access to their customers, etc. There are n number of ways in which they can use the data which is stored in the data warehouse, and it is helpful for them in any kind of decision making that they do. If we see the figure here, this is basically the architecture of a data warehouse. A data warehouse comprises of the sources of data. These things that you can see on the left hand side are all the sources of data, which may come from CRM, customer relationship management, the billing information of the customers, enterprise resource planning, and the other flat files that may exist within the organization, and also from the other data resources. All these sources are they are the source of data for the company. After the data has been collected from all these sources, the data goes through the ETL process. ETL means extract, transform, and load. The data will be first extracted from these sources. Extract means you are fetching data. You extract the data from these sources, then you transform the data into meaningful information. You segregate the data according to the categories, and then you load the data. Load means you enter the data into the data warehouse, where now all the data which has undergone the process of extracting, transforming, and loading will be stored in the data warehouse. Now this transforming process that I have told you, transforming process would involve many things, like at times it may happen that the data which has been fetched about the customers, about the retailers, the distributors, etc. may be not in the correct format. Like it may happen that the address of the customer is missing or incomplete. There might be errors in the data that has been fetched. So what do we do first? After extracting the data, we look into it whether the data is in the correct format or not, whether the data is complete or not, and it is error free or not. This process of doing or filling the gaps or filling the informations with the correct information or correct data is known as data cleansing. Data cleansing means you are cleaning the data, you are making the data up to the mark, up to date, so that it is error free and it is correct. Everything is available regarding the data. So this process is known as data cleansing. And once you update the data with the correct data, that means you have corrected all the errors, you have made all the data correct without errors. Once the updated data is uploaded or loaded, that process of updating the data is known as back flushing. That means you have cleansed your data, you have cleaned your data with the updated data which is error free and correct and accessible by the user. It is in a format which can be used by the company, used by the business for their decision making purpose. So that process is known as back flushing. Updating the correct data with the old data is known as back flushing. Both the steps that I have told you, which is data cleansing and back flushing, would both come under the transformation stage of the ETL process. ETL, again I am telling you, E means extract, T means transform, and L means load. Now once the data has undergone this process, it will be stored in the data warehouse, where now onwards they can use, the business people, the managers and the other key personas can use the data. The marketeers also would cover in this. They can use the data for any kind of reporting that has to be done, for any kind of analysis that they need to perform on the data, and also for data extraction or for data mining. So this is how the structure or the architecture of the data warehouse works. That will be it for today, students. We would cover the other topics in our next lecture. Thank you so much. Take care and stay safe at home.